What if I told you there was a 1,000-year-old poem that could teach you how to live a wiser, more honorable, and more prosperous life? Well, that's exactly what the HAVAMAL is. Preserved in 13th century Iceland and traditionally attributed to Odin, the sayings of the High One is a collection of wisdom poetry filled with practical advice on friendship, reputation, humility, self-reliance, and good judgment. More than 1,000 years later, its lessons remain just as relevant because human nature hasn't changed nearly as much as the world around us has. In this series, we're exploring the HAVAMAL 5 stanzas at a time, examining both the historical context and what they can teach us in the modern world. While the first episode featured a lot of Jackson Crawford's translations, going forward, we'll be exploring a variety of translations from different scholars and time periods, giving you a broader appreciation for how this remarkable poem has been interpreted over the last century. When we've reached the final stanza, I'll compile the entire series into a single audiobook style podcast that you can listen to from beginning to end. Today we're diving into stanzas 6 through 10, where Odin reminds us that wisdom isn't measured by how much we know, but by how we carry ourselves among others. And this is how the Heathen. Before we dive into today's lesson, let's take a quick look back at where we left off. In the first 5 stanzas of the HAVAMAL, Odin introduced us to a traveler approaching an unfamiliar hall. Before crossing the threshold, he was told to observe his surroundings, remain cautious, and never rely on luck alone. First lesson was simple. Wisdom begins with awareness. Once welcomed inside, the traveler was met with hospitality. He was given warmth, food, water, and a place to rest before anyone expected anything from him. These stanzas remind us that a strong community is built on generosity, respect, and meeting the basic needs of others. They also teach us that no matter how comfortable we become, we should never stop learning or let our guard down completely. Taken together, the first 5 stanzas teach us how to approach the world around us. They show us how to enter the hall. But now that the traveler has crossed the threshold, the lessons begin to change. In the next 5 stanzas, Odin shifts his focus from entering the hall to conducting himself within it. He begins teaching us what it truly means to be a wise guest, and more importantly, a wise person. Let no man glory in the greatness of his mind, but rather keep watch over his wits. Cautious and silent, let him enter a dwelling. To the heedful come seldom harm, for none can find a more faithful friend than the wealth of mother's wit. The first thing that caught my attention about this translation is its age. Olive Bray published this version in 1908, more than a century ago. As we move through the series, you'll notice that every translator has a slightly different voice. Some are more poetic, some are more literal, and some try to capture the feeling of the original Norse. That's one of the reasons I'm using multiple translations throughout the series. There isn't just one HAVAMAL, there are dozens of excellent translations, and each one offers a slightly different perspective on the same timeless wisdom. Now let's talk about the lesson itself. Odin begins with a warning against intellectual pride. He isn't saying intelligence is a bad thing. He's saying intelligence without humility can become a trap. The person who thinks they're the smartest in every room usually stops learning the moment they walk through that door. We've all met that guy. You know, the one who's suddenly an expert because he watched 3 TikToks and half a Viking TV show. That's not wisdom. Real wisdom is much quieter than that. One of my favorite lines in this stanza is, keep watch over your wits. Odin isn't just telling us to become wise, he's telling us to protect our judgment. Don't let your ego make decisions your common sense wouldn't. Then he tells us to enter a dwelling cautiously and silently, tying this lesson directly back to the opening stanza of the HAVAMAL. Honestly, that's a lesson social media could use. Today, everybody wants to be the first to comment, the first to argue, and the first to tell everyone else why they're wrong. Very few people stop long enough to ask, do I actually understand what I'm talking about on this subject? Odin reminds us that wisdom isn't measured by how much we say, but how well we think. There is no more faithful friend than your own good judgment. Money can disappear, reputations can change, and circumstances can turn overnight. But sound judgment is something you carry with you wherever you go. That was true in ancient times, and it's just as true today. The careful guest, when he arrives at the meal, stays silent with strained hearing. He listens with his ears and observes with his eyes. Thus, every wise man spies things out for himself. The translation we're using here comes from Carolyne Larrington. In 1996, nearly 99 years separated from the Olive Bray translation we just looked at. And you'll notice the language feels more direct and contemporary and familiar. That's one of the reasons I wanted to use multiple translations throughout the series. Every translator has their own style and their own approach to the Old Norse text. But what's fascinating is that even when the language changed, the lesson doesn't. Across generations of scholars, the core wisdom of the Hávamál has remained remarkably consistent. Odin paints a picture of the ideal guest entering a feast. He doesn't burst through the door trying to become the center of attention. He stays quiet. He listens carefully. He watches the people around him. He pays attention to the conversations, the mood in the room, and the relationships between the people sitting at the table. In the last stanza, Odin tells us not to boast about our wisdom. This stanza shows us what wisdom actually looks like. It's observant, it's patient, it's willing to learn before it tries to teach. That's a lesson that almost disappeared in the age of social media, when everyone feels pressure to have an immediate opinion on everything. Sometimes people are so busy trying to be heard, they forget to hear someone else. The Hávamál reminds us that wisdom isn't measured by how quickly we speak. It's measured by how well we understand. Sometimes the wisest person in the room is the one who's still listening. He who is happy, who gets for himself praise and goodwill, that which a man must own in the mind of another, is less easy to deal with. I love this stanza because it shifts the focus in. Up to this point, Odin has been talking about how we carry ourselves around other people. Now he asks a different question. What kind of reputation are you building? For this stanza, we're returning to Jackson Crawford translation, a modern translation published in 2015 that's known for its clear, straightforward language. Crawford strips away a lot of the archaic wording, making it easier for modern readers to connect with the ideals while staying close to the meaning of the original text. The heart of the stanza is in praise and goodwill. Odin tells us that the happiest person is the one who earns the respect of others through the way they live. Notice he doesn't say to chase fame or spend your life trying to impress people. In fact, he warns us that our reputation ultimately exists in the minds of other people. And that's something we can never fully control. You can do everything right, and someone will still dislike you. Yeah, welcome to the internet. But what you can control is your character. Live honestly, keep your word, treat people with respect, and let your reputation grow naturally from your actions. Chasing approval is exhausting, I know. Earning respect is a byproduct of living well, and that's a lesson that's just as valuable today as it was 1,000 years ago. So, before we move on, I want to take a second to tell you about something I've poured a lot of time into. If you've been enjoying this series, you might also enjoy my book, The Modern Hávamál. It's not a translation of the ancient poems. Instead, it's an original collection of reflections and wisdom inspired by the same timeless ideas that we've been exploring together. Think of it as a modern poetic conversation with the Hávamál, written for the world we live in today. And if you'd like to pick up a copy, you'll find the link in the description below. While you're there, be sure to check out the How to Heathen shop for apparel, gear, and merchandise that supports the channel. And join our Discord community, where we continue these conversations, share resources, and connect with fellow heathens from around the world. Now, let's get back to Odin's wisdom. Lucky the man who can look to himself to provide his praise and wisdom. Evil counsel has often come out of another man's mind. This translation was published in 1969, right in the middle of one of the most turbulent decades of the 20th century. While the world was changing around her, the words she was translating were already nearly 1,000 years old. It's one of the things I love about the Hávamál. Empires rise and fall, technology changes, entire civilizations come and go. And Odin is over here saying, maybe don't let other people do all your thinking for you. This stanza hits hard because it's about personal responsibility. Odin says the fortunate person is the one who can provide their own wisdom and their own praise. It's not arrogance, it's self-reliant. He's warning us that bad counsel often comes from someone else's mind. Think about that today. Every influencer has the secret to success. Every talking head has the real truth. Every random guy with a podcast suddenly has a PhD in everything. You spend your whole life borrowing other people's opinions, you'll never develop your own judgment. Listen to advice, question that advice, and test ideas against your own experience. The Hávamál isn't teaching us to reject other people's wisdom. It's teaching us not to rent out the space between our ears, because that's a fucking terrible lease agreement. Better burden bearest thou nowise than shewed head lay on their shoulders. In a good steed will it stand among stranger folk, and shield when unsheltered thou art. Lee Hollander's translation was published in 1962, and it's one of the most respected English translations of the Hávamál. You'll notice Hollander has a very distinct style. He deliberately uses older, almost medieval-sounding English to capture the feel of the original Old Norse. It can be a little harder to read than some modern translation, but that's part of its charm. Feels like you're listening to an old skald reciting wisdom beside a fire instead of reading a modern printed textbook. The lesson itself is one of my favorites in the entire Hávamál. Odin says the greatest treasure you can carry isn't a sack of silver or a chest full of gold. It's a sharp mind. Everything else can be taken from you. You can lose your money, your possessions, even your home. But your knowledge, your skills, your experience, and your judgment travel with you wherever you go. That's real wealth. And unlike your phone battery, it doesn't die halfway through the day. Invest in your mind, read books, learn a trade, ask questions. Challenge your own beliefs. The more you sharpen your thinking, the more prepared you'll be for whatever life throws at you. That's the kind of wealth no thief can steal. And no amount of bad luck can ever take away from you. So I want to end by taking a step back and looking at these 5 stanzas as a whole. They aren't 5 random pieces of advice. Together, they paint a picture of what a wise person looks like. Odin tells us to stay humble instead of boasting about our intelligence. He teaches us to listen before we speak, to earn respect through our actions rather than chase approval, to think for ourselves instead of blindly following the crowd, and to recognize that our greatest possession isn't what we carry in our pocket, but what we have in our mind. If there's one lesson that ties all 5 of these stanzas together, it's this. Wisdom is practice, not a destination. It isn't something you achieve one day and keep forever. Something you build through humility, observation, curiosity, and good judgment every single day. That's why the Hávamál survived for more than 1,000 years. It's not telling us how to become Vikings. It's teaching us how to become better human beings. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 stanzas resonated with you the most and why? If you know someone who enjoys Norse history, philosophy, or just timeless life advice, share this video with them. In the next episode, we'll continue our journey through the Hávamál with stanzas 11 through 15. I'll see you next week with that video, and until then, you stay fucking savage.
This is how the heathen built through the